Aloha, everybody, and oh god, I was about to say it, and I stalled myself, and I can't say it. I was gonna say Happy New Year in Chinese, but yeah. Gung hoi fa choi. Thank you. Took me a second. I hate when I trip myself up, but so I am using my camera on my phone, so I can't check chat except for what comes through on StreamYard. So, aloha, Jamie. Welcome. So, I think I'm going to wait a few minutes and let people trickle in. Gung hoi fa choi, everyone coming in. Happy New Year's. Aloha, Jamie. And I see there's 3 people here, maybe. I don't know. So today is Chinese New Year's, and I was going to give a little talk about Chinese astrology. Hi, Selkie. Hi, Betsy. So I don't know if you've really looked into Chinese astrology other than just like, I know what my year is. I am a rabbit, right? It's so much deeper than that. The year is one of what's considered 4 pillars of destiny, and that is year, month, day, and hour. So those 4 pillars are going to have different elemental and animal combinations, because the Chinese astrology is very based on what we think of as the 10 heavenly stems and the 12 earthly branches. So think of it this way. It was one system that then had the 5 elements and the animals superimposed, right? So the 12 earthly stems are the animals you're born under, and the 10 heavenly stems are the yin and the yang elemental variants. So, say wood. I was born near the wood. That is 2 years of wood, because you got yin wood and yang wood. So for doing a lot of research, I found a ton of websites that actually do the calculation, but none of them seem to calculate it the same way, and I got different answers. Yeah, but I do remember several years ago. I still can't find the website, but there was a website I found that you put in your information. It gave you your 4 pillars and then talked about them and how it affected your life. So I know that that write-up said that the day combo is who you are, like it's the self. And for me, even though I was born year of the wood rabbit, the day combo is fire dragon, which is funny because everyone's always like, you have such a connection with dragons. You don't say. So I just wanted to pause for a minute. It is we are entering the year of the water tiger, so that's why I'm wearing this lovely shirt, because normally you're not supposed to wear white on Chinese New Year's. Red is the preferred color, but this shirt was just too perfect for year of the water tiger. So, let me look here for a second. I'm trying to find you guys a link real quick. Of the links I found, I think this one's the most reputable. And I liked it because not only did I find a link for finding your 4 pillars, but let me find the other link now. There's a little, it's but another web page on the same site that lets you interpret what your four pillars means. So it's very intricate and detailed, and I could talk hours about it. Like I know that if your year ended in a 4 or a 5, it's a wood year, right? So there's like a chart. All of that's on my phone, which I'm using for the camera. You know what? Well, I'm not doing that yet, so I might as well pause. Let me find my notes again here. Okay. Aha. That pops up into the thing I was talking about. So the element of your year. So if you were born in years ending in a 0 or a 1, you're metal. So this is after the Chinese New Year. So if you were, say, in 1971, but before the Chinese New Year has happened, you would treat it as a 0, like the previous. Ooh, dang, that was loud. Sorry. So water, birth years ending in 2 or 3. Wood, birth years ending in 4 or 5. Fire, birth years ending in 6 or 7. And earth, birth years ending in 8 or 9. So I'd love to know what your 4 pillars are. If you do, check out that link I just threw up there. So the 4 pillars of destiny, also known as Bajie, which means the 8 characters. So because each one has 2 characters per pillar, because you got the celestial stems, which are the elements, the yin and the yang elements, and then there's the 12 terrestrial branches, which is the animals, right? Person's fortune is determined by looking up the branch and stem characters for each of these 4 parts of their birth time with relation to the 10-year luck cycle. So they have very interesting cycles in the Chinese astrology, which don't correlate to our cycles at all. Their weeks, originally when this was all set up, their weeks were a 10-day week. And everything was done by a 60-year cycle. So every 60 years, you cycle through all of the stems and branches. And then I had some stuff about nourishing your different elements and stuff. But I think what we should do, since everyone's here for readings after all, is get my phone hooked up. Oh, look at that. 808 in the 808. I love it. Okay, let's see here. Where was I for get my phone hooked up again, and we will I got 3 decks over here. I got a Tao Oracle based on I Ching. I got a Chinese Tarot, and I have Buddha cards, which I've had for so long I can't even remember. Like, I don't even remember when I got them. I think they might have been a gift from my auntie, maybe. I think. Okay, let's see. Try and mute that. Technical difficulties. So here we go. I'm going to embiggen this so I can show more cards. But these are the 3 decks I got out just because they were very Chinese. So this little deck of Buddha cards are good. If you don't have a word of the year yet, I can pull those out. And it's just, let's see, I think I got this back in like 2000 or something. It's the Buddha cards by Lynn McNully. McNulty, and it is a AGM Muller publication from, it actually was published in 1999. And I actually use these pretty much daily. They're the precepts of Buddhism. So I kind of pulled these out because the thing that I love about China and just like the Chinese culture in general is how they take Taoism, Buddhism, Confucianism, and they just kind of blend them all into a unified system. They're all seen as true, which is very interesting to me. And then this is the Chinese Tarot by US Games. I bought this as a birthday gift to myself many years ago in Seattle. Actually, do I still have I don't have the card anymore. I used to have the card for the store in here. I guess I took it out. It's this herbal store at Pike's Place Market. It's really cool. And then I also have the Tao Oracle, and illustrated a new approach to the I Ching. And I didn't realize this, but it's the cards and book are by the creator of the Osho Zen Tarot, which I don't have the Osho Zen actually. People are always surprised I don't have it, but never was interested. But this was a gift from a acupuncture colleague that I actually went to China with. It's a chunky book. So I was thinking, I don't know, pull one of these, then two of these, and then one of these, I think. Okay, let's get some shuffling in. Betsy would like a word. Jamie is a fiery ram. Oh, yeah, but it's definitely something that it's a tough learning curve for Chinese astrology. So the way to think of it is the four pillars represent four sections of your life. And the year is actually really only supposed to represent you from like birth to the age of 16. Yeah, it's if you do a Google search for four pillars, that's why I did that second link there, because it has a little bit of information there for you. And just Google four pillars Bazi, which is Bazi. Then you'll actually get a lot of information. And truthfully, it's part of what feng shui masters use in their feng shui practice, is they need to know what your four pillars are in order to truly make your house appropriate for you and your destiny. Yeah, I've been studying it for years, and I feel like I've barely scratched the surface, and I'm a complete novice myself. So I'm definitely not an expert in any way, shape, or form when it comes to Chinese astrology. I just know that it's way more complicated than anything we were taught it was. Right, and it's a completely different system from a completely different culture, where they had 10-day weeks and lived by 60-year cycles. So it's just doesn't really translate to us and our 7-day weeks and our 100-year cycles. Every century we're always talking about centuries and decades, right? Well, for them, like the decade thing, the 10-year thing, that's just your luck cycle. So, aloha, Gerald. Kung hoi fat choi. Okay, so this is it's going to be interesting because I had this idea like as I was falling asleep last night. So for each person, I was thinking, God, it's hard to shuffle this tiny little thing. Look how small that deck is. So I think I was pulling one of these and then 2 tarot, one on either side, and then finishing it off with a word for the year. So, sure, Jamie, I would love to. As many as you as once, I will just keep going. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push these off to the side so that just the ones that get drawn will be out. So this one is for Betsy, and your Tao message is inner truth, the wisdom of the heart, insight, clarity, purity, intuitive knowing, consciousness, penetrating illusion. And this is the image here. Gorgeous. Let's see what's that hugged by. Four of coins. And the lovers. Oh, interesting. Looks like you're going to have an interesting new year. You know what? I just realized something. I never put my lights on. That might help with seeing the cards a little better. Ah, that is better, huh? And then finally, your word for the year. Balance. Artola. Actually, looks better down here. No. It's good here. Interesting balance. We get this like yin-yang sign right there. Balance, right? 4 coins. He's balancing his coins. And the lovers. It's interesting, this lovers. Because you get the chrysanthemum blossoms, of course, because that's very all about the love in Chinese culture. So it's not actually like what you would think of as lovers, right? But I think there's a frog prince there. That is one thing about the Chinese tarot deck. I get to learn all kinds of really cool. Oh, I do. Here it is. Tenzing Momo. That's where I got the Chinese tarot. That's cool. Cool little shop if you ever are in Seattle. So I always like to look up the myth behind the image here. Let's see. The lovers. Oh, okay. So the Lovers card here shows the Cupids of China, the god of harmony and the goddess of union. Twin lotus flowers on one stalk, a pair of bats, and a toad are all symbols of a happy marriage. So those are the bats. There's the toad. And I guess those are lotus. This is lotus, but those look like chrysanthemum to me. It's funny. Okay. And you're right, in the forest coins, we all know that's about, keeping balance, making sure you're not holding on to things too tight. Okay. Let's see if they have any myth connected to it. It just says, a plump boy bearing coins is a sign of coming prosperity. So yeah, the cards are definitely a little bit different in this deck, right? Because it is tied more to Chinese mythology, very Confucian, actually, mythology. That's why I got these three, because I got the Tao, the Confucian, and the Buddha thing going on, which is pretty much China. So let's see. Jamie was next, if I remember correctly. Let me just do a quick shuffle here. So Gerald says, I know I'm a fire horse. Is that the year you were born? Because year you were born is definitely, like, it's important. It's the general personality idea. But then it's like your true self is the day sign. I don't know if you missed it, Gerald, but I did post a link for figuring out the four pillars, your four pillars. If you want to, you can also just do a quick Google search for pillar calculator, I think would be probably the best thing to Google. Oh, yes. And Betsy loves her Chinese dramas. And look, isn't that so totally? I love this deck. It's funny too, because I almost always pull it out for the Chinese New Year. So the year and month correspond to your parents. The day is supposed to be you or your spouse. And then hour is like, that corresponds to old age and your children, whether your children will take care of you, whether you even have children. And then each one of the pillars corresponds to a 20-year chunk. Well, no, but the first one's 1 to 16. Maybe it's 15, 16-year chunks, 17-year chunks, I'm not sure. Okay, let's see, Jamie. Your Tao card is development, gradual progress, continuity, slowly but surely, adaptability, a time-honored approach. I love this mandala you get here too. So it's trigram 53. Oh, we get the Fool and the Three of Staves. Your word, let's cut that. Word for the new conscience. Interesting. Oh, here, let me show you the actual. So let's see, the Fool represents the Fool in China is seen as foolish and comic, but also considered a kind and honorable person. This says folly, lack of discipline, immaturity, irrationality, frivolity, delirium, frenzy, enthusiasm, naivety. So And 3 of Staves. An instructor in the martial arts demonstrating a maneuver. Huh. I wonder if you're being called to take up martial arts again. Oh, hi, Debbie. So Gerald is a fire horse year, earth dog month, fire tiger day, and an earth dog hour. Nothing that really clashes that I can see, but or wait, no, tiger and dog I think clash. But no, your self is a fire tiger, even though you're born year of the fire horse. You're very fiery. Wait. You're very fiery, Gerald. Oh, and Beth. Let's see. Year of the wood horse. Natural self, mountain monkey. Social self, tiger in the forest. Elder self, elegant monkey. And cohort, horse in the clouds. Oh, I love that. Oh, you must have there. I know the one you're talking about, Gerald. There was, if you go down a little more, there was another link, the one that I posted here from the Feng Shui Institute.org, I think it was. And that one didn't have that one, that L1 to L11 thing. I'm not even sure what that's referencing. So, in all water, Scorpio, Cancer. Fire. Oh, no wonder you're so balanced. Elegant monkey. That's your elder self, right? Your natural self is a mountain monkey. um, that's interesting. I almost feel like you need to start doing your martial arts again, Jamie, just to like help get some of that steam out. Oh. Was there anyone else that wanted me to pull one of these interesting 3-card? I don't even know what this is. I'm just giving readings for the year, I guess. Like I said, my guides were like, this is what you're doing. Okay, if it makes sense to you. Yes, Gerald. You don't see yourself that way? Well, I think of you as balanced because you're like so on top of everything and have like your lists and all your hashtags and you're like so organized. Okay, Gerald and Beth. And then Silky. You're very welcome, Jamie. And you're very welcome, Gerald. I'd love to know what it says for your word of the year. Ooh, yes. It's the Buddha deck. I don't even know how I can. I gotta show you this. Me attempting to shuffle this teeny tiny little deck. I can kind of do it. Okay. So first we look at the Tao. You get the 17 following: loyalty, adaptability, cooperation, trust, reliability, sensitivity to others, service, receiving guidance. Yeah, no, it's not talking about you at all, is it? You and your gang. Oh, we got the devil. And 8 of coins. Interesting. Let's see what your word. I love it. Play. Interesting. I guess it's telling you, I'm just seeing this, like, things aren't nearly as bad as you think they are. And that, turn your job into play, turn your practice into play. But I wanted to look at the Chinese mythology for these demons here. Let's see. That's better. A horse-headed demon and a bull-headed demon hold chains and a spear with which to torment the souls during the trials in hell. The horse-headed demon is also associated with the thunderbolt, the blow of which is like Buddhist doctrine, which dispels illusion and wickedness. Interesting. Subordination, ravage, bondage, malevolence, subservience, downfall, weird experience, bad outside influence or adverse, black magic, unexpected failure. Again, I see this as illusionary chains that are kind of pulling you down. Let's see, do they have anything for that 8? A greedy trader picks up coins from the ground. The image is of a person seeking prosperity through windfalls rather than through work. Huh. That doesn't seem like you at all to me. But maybe it's warning you. Apprenticeship, craftsmanship, quickness to learn, candor, modesty, handiwork, personal efforts. These are so serious, but these are just so, like, especially with play. I guess this is all about, like, not taking things so seriously. Selkie can hear birds. Yes, the doves never stop here. They're cooing and hooing all day long. Okay. Let's see. After Gerald was Beth. Beth, then Selkie, then Aquarius, I believe. Is that correct? Turn it into play, then it's not so serious. Okay. Swazia rising, Beth. now you can explore it better. Good. Hour is fire monkey, day is fire tiger, month is water monkey, and year is wood horse. Interesting. Yeah, I'd really like to actually meet someone who does it as like a living, who's like that in depth with their knowledge, but I think you just need to find a feng shui practitioner or master, I think, is what I was told. Scoot this down a little. The word's a little better. So Gerald and Beth have the same day, fire tiger, and both born year of a horse. Oh, cool. And Beth is not surprised. Okay, Beth, let's see. So your Tao oracle is Grace. Oh, I love that kimono. Grace, adornment, bringing out beauty, elegance, the outer as a reflection of the inner, vanity, charisma, self-expression. And that's trigram number 22. Seven of Cups and Queen of Coins. And your word is liberation. Wow. That's a very nice spread for you, I think. Because we have Grace in the middle, right? We have Seven of Cups, being able to have those dreams and like make those choices. Not everyone gets choices, right? And the Queen of Coins here looks very elegant in her finery. That's a phoenix behind her, maybe a peacock. Let's read. Let's see, Seven of Cups. Just in cups. There we go. A youth dreams of coins and precious gems. So, looks to me like with Grace and your own, taking care of what needs to get taken care of, you're able to dream of many amazing things, right? And you're liberated to actually get them if you wish. Yep, that is a phoenix. Okay. The queen is seated before a screen decorated with a phoenix. Prosperity and well-being, generosity, security, liberty, liberation. There's that word again. Grace, dignity, a noble soul. Oh, that's beautiful. That's very beautiful, Beth. Next is Selkie, I believe. So Beth's year is going to be full of grace and liberty. Liberation. Liberation, Gerald. It's all about grace and liberation for her this tiger year. For Selkie. Oh, wow. Okay, I gotta share this. So Beth says, one of my daughters was born year of the monkey. Middle name Grace. In college, she made kimonos, photographed them, cut them, and made them into kites. Liberation. I'm feeling karma here. That is amazing, Beth. Graceful liberation. I love that, Gerald. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Getting all excited here. Selkie. Okay, Selkie. We have the marrying maiden. A compromising situation, subordination, succumbing to seduction, manipulation, low self-esteem. This is Trigon 54. This is a crazy image here, right? Looks like a woman's getting married, but she's bound in chains. Oh, Selkie. I think this is talking about you keeping yourself in low self-esteem. I hope that's not true. The Knight of Swords with the 9 of Coins. Your word is laughter. Laughter is what will loosen those chains for you. Right? Knight of Swords. Let's see if it's someone specific. The knight escapes his enemies on a magical flying horse. Oh, they're literally in the sky. That horse is galloping on clouds. Bravery, skill, the strength and dash of a young man. Heroic action, impetuous rush into the unknown. The 9 of Coins. So this is actually a Chinese god here. The god Liu Hai, accompanied by a toad that sits on his back, is a sign of success and fortune, accomplishment, discernment, discretion, foresight, prudence, material well-being, love of nature. I love that little, such an amazing god. So I don't know. For me, this is saying that if you can just get past your own chains and like go to action, like you've got the divine look of like, you know, wealth and prosperity looking over you. And your word is laughter. So, lots to think of. Lots to think about. Aloha, Tony. Gung hoi fa choi. Okay. Is Debbie still here? She was next. That was helpful, Selkie. Ooh, fancy. Yes. Yeah. I just want to do something special for Chinese New Year. There's something about China that I guess spent many lifetimes there. It's always like the Asian cultures and Asian like peoples always just called to me. But then again, so is the European and the Native American, folks like North, South, Central American cultures. Took a class at Mayan hieroglyphics. Who does that? I guess I do. Aloha, sea cat. Yes, Tony. Happy St. Bridget's Day. Happy Candlemas to those who celebrate. Or is that tomorrow? Okay, Tony. Shuffling ASMR with Jonathan. Welcome. Okay. So Debbie, Aquarius Owl. We get Trigram 23, splitting apart, impermanence, collapse, deterioration, separation, let go, surrender, eliminate the old, death. Just a feather laying on the ground. Oh, death again. Huh. Oh, 4 coins popping up again. And your word is power. Let's see what they have to say about death. There we go. Yama, portrayed on death, is the ruler of the Buddhist hell. The soul that passes before him is not doomed to stay in hell forever, but will pass through various trials before being reincarnated as a human or animal. Transformation, clearing away the old to make way for the new. Unexpected change, alteration, the ending of a familiar situation or friendship, financial loss, beginning of a new era. Then we have 4 points, right? It's supposed to be lucky, fortune coming. Interesting. With the word power. Hope that was helpful, Debbie. I know I was just As Gerald said yesterday, sometimes the guides they know what the message is. You don't need to say anything else. Funny how I got a text and like a ding. So whatever we're going through, Debbie, we're here for you. I think Debbie was the last one on my list. Tony, did you want a spread? You're very welcome, Debbie. So I have a question for you guys. How many of you got Cirque de Tarot by Lisa Robertson? Let's see. Art by Josh Tufts. I'm going to do a collective, and then I'm going to chit chat for a minute about Cirque de Tarot. And I think that'll be good for the day. Oh, Selkie, the day I stopped laughing is the day I died. Yes. You're in a pre-order list still waiting for Cirque de Tarot. Is that right, Tony? Oh, you have the deck. Okay. What pre-order list are you on? Now I'm curious. Okay. Question. Should I do this for myself or for the collective? I'm going back and forth. I can't decide. Well, I'll do it. It can be for me or the collective. Oh, interesting. Trigram 32. Duration. Consistency, continuity, endurance, perseverance, maturity, strengthening, stability, a deep commitment. I'm committed to you guys because I try and be here every Tuesday at this time. It's not often I miss, if ever. Temperance. And the 8 of Staves. Transformation. Let me hold it up for you. Wow. That's a nice reading too. I want to read about this temperance figure though. Looks like a female monk. Let's see. A monk prays in a temple. Buddhist nuns and monks began monastic life by shaving their heads and making 9 burns on their scalps with joss sticks. The bell behind him is rung to mark periods of prayer and meditation. and it symbolizes stillness and veneration, moderation, temperance, patience, accommodation, harmony, fusion, management, adjustment, good influence. It's kind of what this was about too. Oh, it's kind of a cool image too. Eight of Staves. An exhibition of martial arts is taking place. An old man supervises, stressing that control, not haste, is essential. Swift activity, sudden progress or movement, speed, hastily made decisions, too rapid advancement. So, right, make sure you stay like this, not so much like that. Find that balance, transformation. Oh, thank you, Beth. And Tony. Oh, yes. So let me just pull this out real quick. So, Cirque de Tarot. Next week, I'm going to have Lisa here with me. Aloha, Julie. Kung hoi fa choi. And it's interesting because I ended up somehow with 2 copies of this. I got this one from Amazon, and then like a couple weeks, no, I think it was like a month later, I got a package from Llewellyn. Apparently, I had ordered it from them during their, or pre-ordered it from them during their sale on it. So because I have 2 copies, and because Lisa's coming next week, I'm actually going to do a giveaway of that second copy. Yes, Joe, Lisa was here before talking about her mermaid tarot. Julie, do you want me to give you a Chinese New Year reading? I have the Tao Oracle, Chinese Tarot, and Buddha cards that I was doing for people. Right, Beth? It's a very interesting deck. Okay, Julie, great. I will get to you as soon as I'm done talking about this because now Beth has piqued my interest. Yeah, it's definitely a very, very intriguing deck because you see a lot of backgrounds. Like the Fool shows up in like almost every card. Magician, see, there's the Fool. And then the High Priestess is wearing the hat from the Magician, right? And the thing that's the weirdest for me is the, I haven't really even used this deck, but is the court cards. So, wait, let me see, where am I? There we go. Page of Swords, Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, right? So it's like, oh, the same scene. There's the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like similar people. I mean, I guess it's different people, or maybe it's the same people. I don't know. Just like, it's very interesting that they're all in the exact same posture and position. The Kings. So it's a very interesting deck. I think this coming week I'm going to dive deeper into it because I haven't really had time. I really want to like dive deep before I have Lisa come chat with us about the deck because it's definitely it's a unique take on the tarot, and like you see like scenes in the circus, but you're also seeing behind the curtains, so to speak. Okay, Julie, let me pull some cards for you. Yeah, I hope you get it soon, Tony. This is your Tao card. Oh, cool, Tony. And then 2 weeks from today, I'm going to have Carrie Paris on to talk about the relative tarot. I'm looking forward to that too. Tarot. Then the Buddhist precept, which will be the word of the year. Let's see, for Julie Kushawatz, we have discipline, exert authority, define. It's time to take the bull by the horns. Ooh. Create a strategy, mobilize forces. It's an intense samurai there, huh? Practicing at night under the crescent moon. We have 7 of coins and death. And your word is honesty. So 7 of coins. We have a nun begs for alms. In Buddhism, the fly whisk symbolizes the command not to kill as one brushes away flies rather than killing them. Ingenuity, growth, handiwork, progress, successful dealings, money, treasure. It's definitely, this deck has slightly different messages than a regular tarot. So I've read this one earlier, but I don't think Julie was here. So death, we have Yama, portrayed on death, is the ruler of the Buddhist hell. The soul that passes before him is not doomed to stay in hell forever, but will pass through various trials before being reincarnated as a human or animal. Transformation, clearing away the old to make way for the new, unexpected change, alteration, the ending of a familiar situation or friendship, financial loss, beginning of a new era. Interesting. This is like both of these are about discipline. Right? Honesty. It's a very interesting reading. Lots to digest. That she understood good. Oh, Beth. Clearing out challenges in the dramas they refer to as tribulations, says Betsy. Yes. it's being able to like be disciplined enough to like, brush things off, know when it's time to be done with it, and do it honestly. Hope that was helpful, Julie. And thank you everyone for being here with me today. Spell check freaked out. Okay. Beth says, I think Cirque de Tarot may be one of those deceptively deep decks. Actually, I know we're kind of going over at this point, and we're pretty much done at this point too, but I kind of want to pull out this deck, shuffle it for the first time, and do a deck interview with you guys here. What do you think? Quick? Just real quick? Won't take that long. I mean, shuffling will be the longest part. Oh, look, it's already trying to bow. That first the Fool card is bowed. That's the only one. Wasn't like that when I got it. I think the humidity here is just getting to it. If you insist. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, if you gotta go, that's fine too. I just haven't even really used this deck. Ooh, it's slippery. It's the typical Llewellyn. Slippery, skinny cardstock. Shuffle a few times the other way. You can see flashes of images. Not much, but yeah, it's the backs. Wait, where am I? Those are really pretty backs. Yes, the boxes that the Llewellyn puts out these days with like a deck and a book, it's good packaging. Great presentation. Let's see, little Cirque de Tarot, what do you have to tell me about yourself? 3 of Wands. Okay, so this is the energy of the deck. 3 of Wands, interesting. Lots of smoke and shadows and fire and illumination and oof, it's quite the talker already. Then we got its strengths. We got 7 of Cups. Oh, so it's really good at helping with decisions. What's the deck not so good with? We have Page of Wands. There we go. Lots of fire still. I mean, even the cup has like lots of fiery colors. What is the last 3? Death here. King of Pentacles. How our relationship, how best to work with the deck. King of Pentacles. The Star, which is a final message from the deck. But It's interesting that for how the deck sees me as a reader, I got death. Yeah, there's definitely lots of fire, right? And smoke. Very pretty deck. Oh yes. In the bottom, you get Four of Swords. Oh, you have the Fool taking a nap. Wait. There we go. That's the Fool taking a nap in the crescent moon. I think the deck is just saying that I can see through the veil. Not so much that I'm a harbinger. Gorgeous blast of color, yep. Transforming, and this deck will be a tool to help you. That's what I see, says Beth. Yes, I could see that. Potential outcome of working with the deck, we have the Star too, and it's like a firework, which is gorgeous. It's really good at helping with decisions. Not so good at sparking that inner. It's like once you already have this, it's not going to help you with the ideas. But once you have the ideas, it'll help you figure out which one you want to actually pick. It's definitely all about the long view, right? Having long vision. Oh, such a pretty deck. Okay. Thank you guys. And if you want readings with this deck, please come back next week. I don't know if I'll actually get to readings, but I will try. Oh, wait, I want to show you guys this one. I love the Eight of Wands in this deck. Eight of Wands. They've just, this whole suit is these guys doing this performance, and the Eight of Wands is when they finally summon up their tiger of fire. And they've been working with fire magic the whole time. It's very cool. But see the kings. It's just very interesting to see them side by side like that. But then say you pull out the King of Coins and the Queen of Wands, they're doing magic together. So that's pretty cool. Oh my goodness. Very apt for New Year too. Oh yeah, the tiger. And it's a Tiger New Year. I think on that note, we should say goodbye. Thank you guys for being here. This has been a blast. Don't forget, next week we will have Lisa Robertson here to talk about the Under the Big Top, right? It's definitely a very interesting deck. I am looking forward to getting to know it even better through the creator's eyes, which I always love. So, yeah. And then in 2 weeks, it's Carrie Paris with her relative tarot, which is not quite. I can't quite reach it, but it's there. So thank you everyone for being here. Aloha and hui ho.